Okay guys, welcome to another video of mine, another VR response. Now apologies about the pretty shit audio quality. Obviously I'm sitting a fair distance away, but it's just where I've got the camera. Hopefully you can hear me okay. This is a VR response to Dave Campbell, my mate Dave. He was asking the question about how do you decide what game to play. You know, in particular when you've got quite a large collection of games, how do you decide what game you're going to play? Now, he touches on about emulators. He says that he never ever, he tries to avoid emulators at all costs, apart from his main cabinet, and even then he's only got a sort of a selected number of games. He's talking about, he was mentioning one of his mates has got all these, you know, hundreds of emulators, thousands and thousands of games, virtually every game under the sun. And he says he'll go across to his house and they can't decide what to play because there's simply too many. Now I call that PlayStation syndrome. I mean, it's been going on for a long time, really pretty much since I got my first computer it's existed. It's PlayStation syndrome is basically when you've got a machine, excuse me, a console, computer, whatever, and you've simply got thousands of games for it. Usually pirated games. I mean, there can't be many people that well off that can afford to buy all these hundreds and hundreds of games. Usually pirated games, and when you come to play a game you can't think of anything because you've just got far too many games. Now that's been a problem I've had since the Commodore 64, since I discovered that you could copy games. Obviously you're getting games from your mates, whatever. You know, it's always been something that existed. It happened in the 16-bit as well, and it's a thing that it sounds great having all these games. It really does, you know. It sounds wonderful being able to have every game under the sun. But the problem is, to me personally, it kills the system for me. It just means that I don't play games. When I think back to even like the Commodore Amiga, I mean, I used to buy games. I was quite happily buying games for it until I realised I could go to an open air market in Edinburgh and buy games for like £5 each. And so that then started the same problem with the Amiga. I was buying, you know, not content with buying one game a month, I was buying maybe 20 a month. You were getting all these different games, and you know, the most I played most of them was I'd put the disc in, switch it on, make sure it loaded, and that was it. I would just move on to something else. And you know, as I say, it's something that's always been the case with me and probably a lot of other people. I mean, over the years when I've bought systems, you know, be it the PlayStation, Dreamcast, all these different systems, I'm quite happy buying games. I'm absolutely happy buying games for them. But then when you realise, I mean, I never copied PlayStation 2 games, I must admit, or I did copy Dreamcast games because you didn't even need to mod the console. You could just download an image and burn it onto a CD and away you went. So I've done that, you know. I've done that. Nowadays, obviously, with modern consoles and computers, I don't do that. I mean, I'm not interested. Same with Xbox 360, not interested. I mean, I think you could probably get a chip fitted to an Xbox 360, but I wasn't interested in that. I mean, you know, games, now that I've kind of got more disposable income, I can certainly afford to buy more games. But anyway, getting back on track, we're not talking about piracy, that's a subject for another matter. You know, so yeah, you've got all these different systems. I mean, I've got, I don't know, I must have maybe 30, 40 systems, all connected up, all ready to go. Most of them I have some sort of like SD card, CF card type device, which basically means I've got all the games there ready to go. Obviously not for the CD based games, although I did sort of just recently pick up that wonderful device, the GDMU for the Sega Dreamcast. But yeah, so you've got all these systems and you've got all these games. So how do you actually go about deciding what game to play? What I've tried to do, I've been trying to do it fairly recently, is sort of pick a system, just pick a random system that I've not played for a while, and just spend a few nights playing games, just going through it, leafing through it. I mean, I've had my 3DO for, I don't know, maybe 2 years, and it's largely sat unused. So about a month ago, I decided, right, I'm going to just concentrate on the 3DO. So I did that. I just, I mean, again, the 3DO, you know, it's no longer supported. You can't buy games for it, so I'm quite happy. I don't have a problem downloading ROMs for it or downloading games for it. So I just picked the 3DO and I just worked my way through. I was flicking through all the games, right, I'm going to play that, I'm going to play that, and having really good fun. So that's one way of doing it, is just actually pick a system that you're going to concentrate on for a week, a month, whatever. Maybe a month's actually better, because 1 week, depending on how much time you've got, I mean, I might only play video games a couple of times a week, just depends what else I've kind of got on, going on. So that's one good option, is to pick one single system and just stick with that system. Pretend that's the only system you've actually got. I mean, Dave made a good point. Back in the day, when you hardly have any games, then you will play the games you've got for it, and you'll enjoy them, and that's so true. So try and imagine that you don't have all these different systems. Just pick one system and just enjoy it for a month. It might be that after a month you might think to yourself, you know what, there's really not that many games I enjoy in this system, and you might think about getting rid of it, which is no bad thing if you don't use a system. I mean, case in point, the N64, I had the, that's my mobile, I had the, what do you call it? I had the EverDrive cartridge, and I just never used it. I had all these games, never played it, so I decided to get rid of it. So that's one way to do it. Pick a system, concentrate on it for a month, and just use that, you know, enjoy the games. Other things with me is actually I've got all these different systems. I'll just think to myself, I usually, rather than picking a particular game that I want to play, I'll usually, if I'm, you know, the wife's watching some crap on TV, I'll think to myself, right, I'm going to go upstairs and I think I'll play the GX4000, you know, just randomly pick a system and start going through it, picking games to play. Other things, I'll maybe watching a video, watching a YouTube video, and somebody will be talking about, and I've done it a few times with Dave, he's been talking about games, and it's made me go and hunt the game out because somebody's been talking about it. So that's another thing that kind of prompts me to play a game. Yeah, it's it just depends what kind of mood I'm in. I mean, a lot of the games, I would probably say the biggest majority of games that I play are generally arcade style games, usually shoot 'em ups. I do spend a lot of time playing shoot 'em ups. So, you know, invariably I'll fire up my Dreamcast, my main cab, my Sega Saturn, whatever, and just play a game. But yeah, just sometimes I'll just be maybe, you know, sitting downstairs and I'll think, I really fancy playing that or whatever. And another thing as well is with me, when I'm making all my videos, some of the video features that I've got, your Arcade Perfect, my RCs, or looking at different shoot 'em ups and that, I'll maybe come across a game that I've never played before, and I'll think, oh, that's really good, I think I'm going to play that. So it just depends. There's certain things that will suddenly trigger a desire to play a game, and I'll go away and hunt it down. But in the main, I generally pick a system to play that I've not played for a while, and then I'll just go through the games and pick one. Going back to emulators, I mean, I know Dave's not a big fan of emulators, and I totally understand what he's getting at. I'm probably one of the biggest hoarders of emulators. I mean, I've been emulating systems for years. I've been collecting ROMs pretty much since I got my internet back in 1997. So I've got I'm not a big fan of emulating modern systems. When I say modern, I mean CD based systems like the PlayStation and that kind of stuff. I mean, you see these videos and hear people talking about you can play the GameCube and is it the Wii U? I mean, there's people emulating the Wii U now, you know, and I've tried it just to see how I get on with it, but my computer's not powerful enough, and secondly, I just think I would much rather play the proper machine than play an emulator. It's all about the controls as well. But for me, the great thing about emulators is for what I'm doing here, making a video game, not a video game channel. Oh yeah, it is a video game YouTube channel. You know, through emulation, I basically have access to pretty much every game on pretty much every system that was released up till, I don't know what, the PlayStation, the Sony PlayStation. So all your computers, your Amigas, your STs, your Spectrums, your Dragons, your Oryx, you name it, I've probably got an emulator for it, and I've probably got the games. So it's great being able to dip into that archive of games to make a video, because if I was only going to be sticking to the games I've got, then it would obviously restrict quite a lot. I mean, stuff like there's the system which is called the Sharp X68000. That's a system that I'm never ever likely to own. A, it costs too much money. B, they never ever come up for sale. You know, they're so rare. So if it wasn't for the wonder of emulation, I wouldn't get to play that. But because I've got the emulator and I've got all the games, it means that I can still make videos. I can play the system, and I can also make videos about the games as well. So that is a huge big plus point to emulators. But I totally get what Dave's meaning. You know, I played very little games when it was just emulators, because just like exactly what Dave's saying, you know, you go into GameBase for the C64 and there's like 20,000 games. How can you possibly pick? You know, it's too much is not necessarily a good thing. So yeah, that's why I play a game. I'll either pick a system for a month and just concentrate on that system, and then I move on to another system, or else it might just be I've seen something, I've read an article about a game, or watched a video about a game or a system, and I'll think, I quite fancy playing that. Or I might be reading Retro Gamer and I read a review, or they're talking about Attic Attack on the Spectrum, and that'll make me want to go and fire it up and play it, you know. So yeah, there's lots of different reasons that prompt me to play different games. Different things will dictate what I play, and sometimes I'll just go upstairs, pick a system, and just thumb my way through the games and see what I want to play. So anyway, that is it guys. I've waffled quite long enough. As usual, thank you very much for watching.